talk about one of the biggest con artists in ASWA history, it would be one half of the open season nitwits, J.J. Deville. I mean, this guy,
otherwise known as the heart and soul of the ASWA, and every single time he steps into the ring, you see why.
I guarantee you he was dropped as a chub. I guarantee he was dropped hard.
I think we all were. That's why we're here.
Yeah, what the hell am I doing up here?
Yeah, I know. You walked all the way up here, same as me.
Walked, crawled, and begged, let me tell you.
One way or another, we made it.
We'll see about getting down.
Nonetheless, this should be an interesting one, ladies and gentlemen. This, a rematch of sorts. In fact, it is a rematch.
And his opponent, representing the status symbol from Chicago, Illinois, weighing at 240 pounds, he is the ASWA Universal Champion, Nick Bruno.
I was going to talk about how this is a rematch, and then JJ tried to give Tim Porras the Casey King treatment.
I can't.
And by the way, that is what I'm going to call it from now on, is the Casey King treatment. So there you go, folks. Nonetheless, as I was originally pointing to, this is a rematch between these two gentlemen, because if you remember, if you have been following the ASWA, which you should, because we only bring great family fun to the Mansfield and now the Navarre, Ohio cities.
Unless you're Casey King or J.J. Deville.
Actually, unless you're Tim Porras. But these two did battle for that title right there, the Universal Championship. Nick Bruno being the one that took it off of J.J. Deville, albeit with maybe some underhanded tactics.
What a glorious day that was.
Yeah, you know.
I went to church that next morning.
Oh, after you see a fireball get thrown in another man's face, I can see why.
Exactly. I was a little nervous.
But I'm sure that J.J. Deville would love to get his hands back on that Universal Championship that I'm sure even he feels he rightly should still have.
Well, I have it on good authority. He also thinks 2 + 2 is 5, so I wouldn't trust him.
I thought it was fish.
Bingo. And B59.
It's that Westerville educational system. Sorry. Not a smart man.
But I know J.J. Deville sucks. Say it with me. J.J. Deville sucks.
His words, not mine. Brutal. Already backing J.J. into the corner.
I see Tim Porras just taking no chances of close contact. Can't blame him.
After what that man's been through tonight, yeah.
It's been a frontal evening. Frontal on full. For the old test of strength here.
And we still got Papa Dingo and Congo Kong.
The NWA Tag Team Champions. There's a lot happening here, folks.
There is indeed. That match is still to come for the NWA Tag Team Championships. This match, of course, for the ASWA Universal Championship. We still have also the Heavyweight Championship on the line in a lumberjack match. All of that action still to come.
Talk about a stacked card, you're seeing it.
Feeling out process starting between these two.
I'd be remiss again if I didn't mention the conspicuous absence of Random Pain and pretty much the rest of the status symbols are they're popping up like pimples on prom night these days.
In this case, I gotta think that maybe is the better deal. As we pointed out, the last time we saw Random Pain and Nick Brutal in the ring together, they weren't exactly on good terms.
There was some tension.
Whether or not that's going to be solved in a week, we'll find out. But for now, I don't know what the status is of, no offense, no pun intended, the status symbols of Nick Brutal. They seem to be in good straits, but we'll find out. Nick Brutal just laying the shots, stomp after stomp on JJ.
And remember, Nick Brutal has competed earlier this evening, so you got to think from a cardiovascular standpoint, JJ Deville would have the edge.
Yeah, very, very possible. Brutal didn't get in that match too much, so it shouldn't be too worn out. But you're right about that. They did have a match earlier.
Big snap suplex.
JJ kicks out at 2.
Wish JJ would kick out and go back to wherever he came from.
So Mansfield?
Well,
you know we got to go there in a week.
Well, for a while he was blowing that popsicle stand. We didn't see him for a year. Glorious
and now
times.
you get to see him all the time.
I know.
Don't you feel lucky?
Yeah. This is when a lot of people would panic and look at their horoscopes.
JJ sent into the corner.
And sent. My goodness. Sternum first.
Yep. That'll knock the wind out of you.
I haven't seen pecs abused like that since Tank earlier.
No one does it like the Beast.
Amen to that. But I'll tell you, Nate Brutal is a beast of his own, and that was a beast of an eye poke right there. Sorry about it, JJ. Must suck to suck.
I know that sucked.
Come on, let's spell it out. S-T.
Come on, keep counting or keep spelling.
You. I'm not doing it for him. No. I hate that guy.
I was trying to figure out.
Oh,
JJ
my
Deville.
goodness.
Hit that apron hard.
Nick Brutal indeed. If you don't think he doesn't live up to the name, folks, my goodness.
I mean, I heard a crack when he hit that apron.
That was gnarly.
And you got to think that Nick Brutal was in complete control now after that. Drops JJ straight on that mat. And at this point, Nick Brutal probably could just coast.
I was going to say, it might be automatic.
I mean, JJ hasn't barely moved since that.
I can still almost hear the echo that seemed to.
And now, Brutal adding insult to injury, sending that back and the sternum straight into that ring post. Gotta wonder if maybe Deville has a cracked rib or something.
If he keeps this up, he's going to have a cracked skull.
Oh, but some fighting defiance. The challenger trying to put up a good fight, but Brutal stops him in his tracks with a suplex.
And Nate Brutal smartly stopping the count, able to take a breath as well.
Tim was at a count of 7 on that one.
Say what you want about the shadow symbols, but their ring IQ is some of the highest in the ASWA.
Oh! You know, does have no words. Just when I think J.J. Deville goes too far, he goes even further. And I don't mean that in a bad way. J.J. Deville is heart and soul of ASWA. And if you don't believe me, watch the last 2 minutes of this match. Because right now, J.J. Deville is putting his heart and soul on the line, and quite honestly, his body, just to get that Universal Championship back. J.J. Deville is a man possessed, and I honestly don't know where he gets it.
I think it's the kind of thing you get a tetanus shot for. And that appeared to be a blatant joke, but smart maneuver as far as I'm concerned. I don't care if DeVille breathes.
Oh, wow, whoa. That might be a little much.
I didn't say I hoped. I said I don't care. I'm indifferent.
Okay. I guess if you're indifferent, that's one thing. Brutal with a brutal drop of the elbow.
So you know you get all high and mighty. I don't think you would be necessarily shedding too many tears of Anna Payne's funeral.
I am being unbiased and will not answer that question one way or the other.
I'm sure next Saturday you'll have an answer.
We'll see. Deville ducks out of the way, diving cross body, he's going for the pin.
Oh my God!
Just a 2 count.
Whew!
Oh, there's another.
I was gonna have to call Anna Payne.
Brutal with a fist to the throat. You gotta wonder how much longer though JJ can keep this up. I mean, adrenaline is a beautiful thing, but it only lasts so long, and JJ has put his body through quite literal hell.
Yeah. And when you combine adrenaline with J.J. Deville's pure natural stupidity, I mean, a lot of things could happen.
I prefer to think of it as creative brilliance.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they said when he was doing his finger paints. Oh, what's that, J.J. I can't hear you through the pain.
Some call it stupidity, some call it creative difference. You know.
What do you think he sounds like right now? I can't breathe. Good.
Well, now he can. Deville able to counter.
How unfortunate. Let's go for the throat. Let's get rid of this guy.
Jeez Louise.
I didn't say die. I said let's go for the throat. There's a larynx in there we could bust.
Oh yeah, you're not on the status symbol payroll at all.
I'm not on the payroll at all. Believe me when I tell you, with J.J. Deville, it's just good old-fashioned hatred.
Another pin count. Oh, but JJ just barely got the shoulder up. Crowd says it's 2. Brutal says it's 3. But the one that matters is Tim Porras agrees. 2 count. This match continues. I mean, JJ can barely stand up at this point. Again, you got to wonder how much more he can put up with. Brutal maybe looking for the final shot. Deville, though, grabbing onto that rope, fighting him off. Couple shots to the rib cage, and now we might see a little high risk from Deville. Navarre wants it. Deville going up top. What's he got in plan? Front. Oh no, elbow drop. Looked like he was going for a frog splash. Elbow drop. Deville goes for the cover, but look at this.
Hey, it's the bouncer.
Of course it is.
What a great guy.
Oh, but look behind Deville. No man's got a chair. They tossed the chair to Brutal. Brutal and Deville playing a little patty cake.
He just hit him with a chair. He just hit him with a chair.
I think Brutal hit himself with the chair. He punched the chair.
That's your hero right there. That's your hero.
That's yours. The one that punches chairs. That's real smart. You talk about JJ's stupidity.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Nice, JJ. You want a match?